Imagine a world where electricity flows without a single watt wasted, where trains glide silently at incredible speeds, and where our devices run cooler, faster, and more efficiently than ever before. This isn't science fiction. It's the promise of room temperature superconductors, a revolutionary class of materials that could fundamentally transform our lives. These materials conduct electricity with absolutely zero resistance at or near everyday temperatures, a feat that has long been considered the holy grail of physics and engineering. While the journey to widespread practical application is still ongoing, recent breakthroughs offer tantalizing hope that this future is closer than we think. To truly grasp the significance of room temperature superconductors, we must first understand what superconductivity is and why room temperature is such a game changer. Discovered in 1911, superconductivity describes a state where certain materials, when cooled to extremely low temperatures, lose all electrical resistance. This means electrons can flow through them indefinitely without any energy loss, unlike conventional conductors where resistance causes energy to dissipate as heat. The challenge has always been the extreme cold required, often near absolute zero, 273.15 degrees Celsius or minus 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit, which necessitates expensive and complex cooling systems using liquid helium or nitrogen. This limitation has confined most superconducting applications to niche, high-cost areas. A room temperature superconductor, however, would eliminate this need for cryogenic cooling, making the technology accessible and economically viable for a vast array of everyday applications. It would unleash a wave of innovation, much like the transistor did for electronics, by removing a fundamental barrier to energy efficiency and technological advancement. The implications of zero-resistance electricity for our energy infrastructure are nothing short of transformative. Our current energy systems are plagued by inefficiencies, primarily due to the inherent resistance in conventional power lines and devices. Room temperature superconductors offer a pathway to eliminate these losses, creating a more efficient, resilient, and sustainable energy landscape. Today, a significant portion of the electricity generated at power plants is lost as heat during transmission over long distances. These line losses can account for 5 to 10% of all generated power, a staggering waste of resources and a major contributor to energy costs. Room temperature superconducting power lines would eliminate these losses entirely. Electricity could be transmitted across continents with perfect efficiency, allowing power to be generated in the most optimal locations, such as vast solar farms in deserts or wind farms offshore, and delivered anywhere it's needed without degradation. This would not only drastically reduce energy costs, but also enhance grid stability and reliability, making blackouts a relic of the past. One of the biggest hurdles for integrating renewable energy sources like solar and wind into our grids is their intermittency. The sun doesn't always shine, and the wind doesn't always blow. Effective energy storage is crucial for balancing supply and demand. Superconducting magnetic energy storage, SMES systems, which store energy in the magnetic field created by a flowing current in a superconducting coil, could become incredibly efficient and cost-effective with room temperature superconductors. Unlike batteries, which degrade over time and lose energy through chemical reactions, SMES systems can charge and discharge almost instantaneously with virtually no energy loss, offering unparalleled efficiency and longevity. This would enable large-scale, lossless storage of renewable energy, making our grids truly green and reliable. The heat generated by our electronic devices, from smartphones to supercomputers, is a direct result of electrical resistance. This heat wastes energy and limits performance, often requiring elaborate cooling systems. Imagine a computer chip that generates no heat, allowing for unprecedented processing speeds and miniaturization. Room temperature superconductors would enable the creation of electronic components that operate with perfect efficiency, leading to devices that are faster, smaller, cooler, and consume significantly less power. This would impact everything from consumer electronics to industrial machinery, data centers, and even household appliances, making them more powerful and environmentally friendly. The combined effect of lossless transmission, efficient storage, and highly efficient devices would accelerate the global transition to renewable energy sources. With the ability to move and store vast amounts of clean energy without waste, the economic and practical barriers to widespread renewable adoption would diminish significantly. This would lead to a dramatic reduction in reliance on fossil fuels, mitigating climate change and improving air quality worldwide. Room temperature superconductors could be the ultimate enabler for a truly sustainable and carbon-neutral energy future, providing abundant, affordable, and clean power for everyone. The transportation sector, a major consumer of energy and contributor to emissions, stands to be profoundly transformed by room temperature superconductors. From high-speed ground travel to advanced aerial vehicles, the possibilities are immense. Magnetic levitation, maglev trains, which float above their tracks using powerful magnetic fields, already exist, but their widespread adoption is limited by the high costs associated with the cryogenic cooling required for their superconducting magnets. Room temperature superconductors would make maglev technology far more economical and practical. These trains could travel at incredible speeds, potentially exceeding 600 miles per hour, without friction or noise, revolutionizing intercity travel and freight transport. Imagine commuting between major cities in minutes, or goods being delivered across continents in hours, all with minimal energy consumption and environmental impact. While electric vehicles, EVs, are already gaining traction, room temperature superconductors could push their performance to new heights. Lighter, more efficient electric motors and power systems would lead to significantly longer driving ranges and much faster charging times. The elimination of resistive losses in the vehicle's electrical components would mean more power delivered to the wheels and less wasted as heat. This could make EVs even more competitive with traditional gasoline cars, accelerating their adoption and further reducing urban pollution and carbon emissions. The concept of flying cars, or more broadly, advanced aerial mobility, has long been a dream. The primary challenges include power-to-weight ratios and energy efficiency. Room temperature superconductors could enable the development of incredibly powerful yet lightweight electric motors and propulsion systems. This would make electric vertical takeoff and landing, eVTOL aircraft, often envisioned as flying taxis, a practical reality. Such vehicles could offer rapid, on-demand air travel within urban environments, alleviating traffic congestion and opening up new possibilities for personal and commercial transport. A more futuristic yet intriguing concept involves embedding room temperature superconductors directly into highway infrastructure. This would allow vehicles equipped with magnetized undercarriages to levitate and move at high speeds, similar to maglev trains, but on a much broader scale. Such superconducting highways could eliminate tire friction, reduce wear and tear on vehicles, and potentially allow for automated high-speed travel with unprecedented efficiency. While this vision is still far off, it highlights the truly transformative potential of these materials to reshape our entire transportation landscape. The ripple effects of room temperature superconductors extend far beyond energy and transportation, promising breakthroughs in fields as diverse as computing, medicine, and space exploration. Quantum computers hold the promise of solving problems currently intractable for even the most powerful supercomputers. However, current quantum computers often require qubits, the basic unit of quantum information, to be cooled to near absolute zero to maintain their delicate quantum states. Room temperature superconductors could lead to the development of more stable and robust qubits that operate at much higher temperatures. This would significantly reduce the complexity and cost of quantum computing systems, accelerating their development and bringing us closer to realizing their full potential for drug discovery, materials science, and complex data analysis. Magnetic resonance imaging, MRI machines, are indispensable tools for medical diagnosis, providing detailed images of the body's internal structures. These machines rely on powerful superconducting magnets, which currently require constant cooling with liquid helium, a costly and increasingly scarce resource. Room temperature superconductors would eliminate the need for cryogenic cooling in MRI machines, making them significantly less expensive to operate and maintain. This would allow for wider availability of MRI technology, particularly in underserved areas, improving diagnostic capabilities and patient care globally. It could also lead to more compact and portable MRI systems, expanding their use beyond traditional hospital settings. The vast distances and harsh conditions of space present immense challenges for propulsion and life support. Room temperature superconductors could revolutionize space exploration in multiple ways. They could enable more energy-efficient propulsion systems, allowing spacecraft to travel faster and further with less fuel, opening up new possibilities for interstellar travel and deep space missions. Furthermore, the ability to create powerful, stable magnetic fields without cryogenic cooling could be used to generate artificial gravity in space stations or long-duration spacecraft, mitigating the health risks associated with prolonged weightlessness for astronauts. They could also be vital for advanced shielding against cosmic radiation, making long-duration space travel safer and more feasible. While the potential benefits of room temperature superconductors are truly vast and inspiring, it is crucial to acknowledge that significant challenges remain. The journey from laboratory discovery to widespread practical application is often long and arduous, filled with scientific and engineering hurdles. One major challenge lies in the synthesis of these materials. Many of the promising candidates discovered so far are difficult to produce in large quantities, requiring extreme pressures or complex chemical processes. Furthermore, some proposed materials may contain rare, expensive, or even toxic elements, raising concerns about scalability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental impact. Researchers are actively working on discovering new materials that are abundant, non-toxic, and easier to synthesize. Another area of ongoing debate revolves around the practicality of certain applications. While the concept of lossless energy transmission is undeniably appealing, the engineering challenges of building entirely new superconducting power grids are immense. Some experts suggest that the most immediate and realistic benefits might lie in applications like maglev trains and highly efficient energy storage systems, where the advantages of zero resistance are more directly applicable and the infrastructure changes less daunting. Despite these challenges, the recent surge in research and the tantalizing glimpses of room temperature superconductivity offer immense hope. The scientific community is buzzing with activity, pushing the boundaries of materials, science, and condensed matter physics. The potential rewards, a world powered by clean, efficient energy, transformed by rapid, sustainable transportation, and advanced by revolutionary technologies, are so profound that the pursuit of this scientific holy grail continues with unwavering determination. The future, powered by the magic of zero resistance, is a future worth striving for. The promise of room temperature superconductors is immense, but realizing this future requires continued research, investment, and public engagement. We invite you to learn more about this groundbreaking field and its potential to reshape our world. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Explore the latest scientific breakthroughs and support initiatives that drive innovation in materials science. Together, we can accelerate the journey towards a future where energy is limitless, transportation is seamless, and technology empowers us in ways we can only begin to imagine. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.